Welcome to Digging In with the DLCs, where we highlight teachers and staff using digital tools, strategies, and best practices in digital learning. In this episode, we're going to hear from a high school dance and drill team instructor who is getting her students to dance virtually anywhere. My name is Kim Hampton, and I am the digital learning coach here at Lebanon Trail High School, and I'm talking today with Jamie Harmon, who is our dance teacher and director of the award-winning Emerald Elite Drill Team. All right, so I'm here with Jamie Harmon. So Jamie, tell us what you do here at Lebanon Trail.
So I am the dance teacher, and I also direct our drill team, the Emerald Elite.
And what kind of classes do you have this year? Do you have face-to-face classes or virtual or a mix of both?
So all of my classes are hybrid. So for every period I have some students in person and then some students virtual.
Oh my gosh. So that is really a challenge, I'm certain. So what kinds of things have you been doing to give the same kind of assignments to your virtual kids that you do for in-person? Because I would think with dance that would be really hard.
Yeah, so one thing I discovered early on with our first unit of the year, ballet, is traditionally I teach them combinations in person, and then that's part of what they're graded on for each unit. But I learned that trying to teach over Zoom was really challenging both for me and for my students, because since my students are learning from home, most of them do not have a dance studio in their home, so they don't have enough room really to do things full out. So it's hard for me to see them, to give them feedback and critiques. And then it's also hard for them to follow along with me, because I'm trying to teach my in-person students, and what they see is like opposite. So I'm saying my right foot, but it looks like my left foot to them. So one thing I did immediately was I started filming video tutorials for my virtual students. So I gave them the option. If they would like to learn in person from me, like live, we could do that. Or I could just direct them to the tutorial videos. And most of them like doing the videos better than the in-person teaching. And then I just tried to use like a lot of technology just in general with both in-person and virtual. That way they're getting the same experience. So if I ask them to do a flip grid, I ask all my students to do it. And that's something that's easy for both in-person and virtual students to do. Same thing with like Nearpod assignments, or like digital escape rooms, things like that seem to work well where it's like good for both in-person and virtual.
Okay, and I think you answered my question and my next question, which was like, how do you assess these kids? Because I'm sure you need to see them dance. And so how does that go?
So for in-person kids, it's definitely easier to assess them because, like I said, we have the studio space here, and so it's really easy for them to have plenty of room spread out. But then the virtual kids, it's been a little challenging to find a spot in their homes where they can truly like film their whole body. Like a lot of times I'll get a video where it's just like the middle part of their body, or like just the waist up or just the waist down, which is hard to grade because, you know, I'm grading their technique, so like looking at their feet and knees and things like that, but then part of their grade is also like their performance. So if I can't see their face to see if they're smiling or not, that's kind of hard to do. So we've done some like tutorials on the best way to film yourself in your home. I always give them until like the end of the day to turn in assignments where they have to film. That way, if they need to wait until mom or dad gets off work, so then mom can like scooch way back and film, they can do that. But yeah, it's definitely been hard to try and like teach them, you know, videography skills in addition to dance skills.
So I know that was one of the challenges that we were specifically trying to address in your last project. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? What you did that was a little bit different this last time?
Yeah, so one thing that I have been struggling with was getting the kids to send me high quality videos so that I could really truly assess their dance abilities. So I worked with you, Ms. Hampton, to come up with kind of a strategic way that would get them excited about filming themselves and wanting to film it like a super cool video. So we are in our world dance unit right now, where we study like dances from different cultures around the globe. So we start kind of here in America and Texas, and we do country line dance. And so the project that we did was called Dancing Virtually Anywhere. And basically what we did is each student came up with their own line dance. It had to be just a short little 4/8 count routine that you could repeat front, side, back, and side. And then they filmed themselves doing the routine, teaching it. And then the hope is that people really from anywhere, but specifically we were targeting Frisco ISD students, would learn the videos and then film their own video and then share it around, so we could see that dance can be done anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's in person or at home or at a park or whatever. So I did have success in having students kind of try a little bit harder to create high quality videos, and they came up with some really cute combinations. And again, we talked about make sure your whole body is in the frame, make sure you're following the techniques and the guidelines for country line dancing, things like that, and we got some really good products.
Okay, that's great. And we're kind of in the middle still of this project because we haven't really sent it out into the world quite yet. So do you want to talk a little bit about what our next steps are with this? Because we've got a great product that we're going to share. I'm going to put it in the comments, the link to your Genially that you created with a couple of the routines on it. So do you want to talk about what we're going to kind of do next, or what some ideas were that we had for sending this out?
Sure. So just kind of the basic thing you mentioned was I created a Genially, which is an interactive image. So we have an image that has, you can click on a bunch of different places on the image, and it will take you to different tutorials that my students created. So if you're just home and feel like doing some country line dancing, you can click on one of those, learn a dance, and have fun for the afternoon or whatever. But what we're really wanting people to do is share out, specifically on social media, their videos of them doing their line dances. So we are working to get some students, some of my dance students, to create TikTok videos of their line dance, and then ask people from around the community to duet their videos. Specifically, we're looking at middle school and elementary school students. We think it would be kind of fun. We have our hashtag FISD dances anywhere. So we think it would be fun to go on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever and follow that hashtag, and you can see all the people around Frisco dancing around, doing our line dance tutorials that my students have created.
That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being willing to work with me, and congratulations on your your coming edition, coming soon.
Thank you. Maybe she'll make a video.
Maybe so. Thank you so much.
Thank you.